Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business and the Sillyville editions. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to catch the show live, as long as the world tarries. So anyway, let's go ahead and get right on into the business news. First up is, in case you guys didn't know it, I did predict a long time ago FitBit's exit strategy was to sell to the highest bidder, which would be an insurance company. Google bought it to work on their health insurance company. So I was right there. But so in case you didn't know why Google is recalling Fitbit, well, it turns out that an iconic Fitbit watch is actually causing burns. So you can return it for a full $300 refund and a 40% off a new Fitbit. So if you do like Fitbits, why would you want to do this? But if you do like Fitbit and thinks it's an amazing to give all of your health data directly into Google servers, this is a good deal to get a full $300 refund and 40% off a new Fitbit. I would encourage you not to because, yeah, you're feeding Google services with your health data. But anyway, there is a recall going on. They said they had like 80-something cases, 78 cases in the United States, including reports of 2 reports of third-degree burns and 4 reports of second-degree burns. These things get hot, apparently. Those batteries must... But anyway, if you do have a classic Fitbit, you can return it for basically a new one. Valve says to leave Steam Deck repairs to the pros because users are already reporting stick drift. So this thing's, only been out for a week or two, and already we're having issues with it? Yeah, I'd probably wait until the next version of the Steam Deck comes out. But I don't know, that's from a non-video gamer. Do you guys have a Steam Deck? Let me know in the comments down below. Is it worth getting a Steam Deck for a guy that... I think I have one paid Steam game and I haven't played in over a year. Let me know. But anyway, they do sell parts. They do make them available. They do have teardown videos and rebuild videos, but they would encourage you to let a professional do it. I say no. You figure it out. All right, Amazon is opening its first Whole Foods equipped with cashierless technology. This is by the same time Amazon is closing down all of its bookstores. Did you even know they had bookstores? Yeah, they have like 70 bookstores around the country. They're closing them all down, and they have promised, though, to retain the employees or give good severance packages to those who would like to pursue opportunities elsewhere. But Amazon is opening several new Whole Foods stores, and this one in Washington, D.C. store is opening up, and there will be a second one in Los Angeles. Basically, it's a Whole Foods. You just go in, take what you want, and leave, and it'll automatically bill to your Amazon account. So that's kind of cool. If you like such technologies, I personally wouldn't touch it, but for those that like this type of thing, hey, there you have it. You can go shopping without the interference of talking to that nasty coof-infected cashier. TikTok users are not happy because TikTok is now rolling out 10-minute video limits. Does this mean that YouTube will finally abandon that stupid shorts? Yes, I know. I have done shorts on this channel as well, because if you don't, the YouTube algorithms crams you down to the corners. You got to throw a short up there every once in a while to keep YouTube happy. And I hate them, and I never watch them, and I'm not offended if you don't watch my YouTube shorts, because I don't like to watch them either. But now TikTok is going up to 10-minute videos, and I wonder if YouTube will be like, hey, they're just trying to clone us. However, all of the TikTok people, they're all getting mad because it's like, why are you doing this to us? And some people had valid points to say, yeah, it took creativity to get a good, compelling video in 1 minute time. And most people don't have that type of creativity, which is why I don't watch 1 minute videos. I don't have time to sit there and watch 1 minute videos. Give me like an hour video that I can turn on and play while I'm working on a bunch of stuff. And then when I have a code break, I'll switch videos. But sit here constantly click, 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 click. What are you, rats in a food bag? Click, click, click. But guys, you shouldn't be using TikTok anyway. This is owned by a data analytics company that is collecting all this data on you, feeding it into Chinese AI firms to train artificial intelligence with your data. Don't use this crap. It's garbage. But they will have 10-minute videos coming along soon. So there you have it. Twitch now has a new policy that is going to be banning harmful misinformation super spreaders. How dare you, misinformation super spreaders? We're going to ban you. Of course, what is harmful misinformation super spreaders? Well, anything against the narrative, of course. So whatever is probably the most true, you're going to get kicked off of Twitch for actually saying they say this is not actually going to affect most people. They do have a 3-part system here. Maybe this is positive. I don't know. So first point is your online presence is dedicated to persistently sharing widely disproven information and broadly shared harmful misinformation like frogs being turned gay. I guess. But any channel that's persistently sharing widely disproven and broadly shared harmful misinformation topics, which is a bunch of nonsense. This is why I think Twitch is just garbage anyway. Who didn't see this writing on the wall? Like, widely disproven. What's widely disproven? All these things that give you community strikes a year ago that are being confirmed by CNN now? Bunch of nonsense, but oh well. We can't all be perfect and have perfect truth, but I'll promise you guys, if people start banning your favorite users off of mainstream text, what they're saying is probably true. Just telling you. And if we get banned off of this, we are on Rumble, Odyssey, and BitChute, so you can go find us on one of those channels. All right, and next, how not to sell your electric car. Rivian, they had these pickup trucks, these all-electric pickup trucks, and people basically pre-purchased the trucks, and then the company calls them back like, hey, this is going to cost you like $20,000 more. What? Yeah, they upped their price by $20,000. Now, in the thing, it says, hey, the price might go up a little bit. They said they raised its price by all trucks by 17% and the SUVs by 20%. Basically, they're trying to adjust for inflationary pressure and basically sent a lot of people a bill for like an extra $15,000 to $20,000. So R1T and R1S were $67,000. Now they're asking $70,000. The other one was $79,000. They're now asking $84,000. Now these are very base models. There are several instances of people who were charged up to $20,000 more. Of course, everyone pulled out of their orders, and then they're like, oh, no, okay, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. This is why people were not buying electric cars. This is one of many reasons I do not support the electric car market as it is right now. And there are manifold reasons. Number one, it still takes power. These are not amazingly clean cars. Yeah, while you're driving them, but it actually does take some fossil fuels of some form or another when you're charging it up. Okay, you have to consider yourself with extraordinarily toxic and hard to dispose of rare earth metals that require strip mining across half of the earth. These do require an electrical grid that cannot support them. They require sitting there at the recharge station for 30 minutes just to get 70% of your charge, and these trucks only have a 200-something mile range anyway. 70% of 200 miles is, you're not getting very far before you need to stop for another half an hour. Okay, there's so many problems with electric cars in the current iteration. We can't do away with the gas engines at this point in time. So with that, this is how not to sell your electric car. Don't jack up the price $20,000. Guys, I won't pay $20,000 for a car, let alone $20,000 extra for a car. What are you, insane? But anyway, if you'd like to help support the channel, I do have a science fiction novel called Synaptergy. Synaptergy is a wonderful story about a person who happens to maybe get some biological implants and things might not go right. So you can have a look over at synaptergy.com or tlm.li/s. You can come on over here. You can click on the where to buy button, get a listing of all the different places you can pick it up from. You can also get the audiobook, ebook, or print book, and you can actually listen to the first 5 minutes on SoundCloud. So with that, let's head on over to Sillyville. So first up in Sillyville, even in the Metaverse, you cannot escape the tax man. Second Life will begin passing state and local tax charges onto players. So if you are in a place which is charging you for these products, yeah, you're going to start getting taxed to play your Metaverse stuff. So yeah, even then, you're going to get taxed. Very interesting. Linode is starting to charge taxes now. Probably is due to that buyout first thing they're changing, we're going to start charging you tax. But anyway, if you happen to live in Second Life and you would like to live your whole world, your whole life in a fantasy land instead of just part of it, you can do that. You'll have to pay more taxes on it, though. So there you go. The IRS. I wonder if the IRS agent's going to come to you like some crazy monster or something in there. CD Projekt Red and GOG halted sales in Russia and Belarus. Bloober team follows suit. So it is getting so bad, the video games are being canceled in Russia. How sad do we have to be to cancel video games for the Russians? I mean, what else do the poor Russians that have nothing to do with this conflict have to do now? It's like, well, I didn't really, I'm just trying to divert myself and not get involved in this stupid war that my stupid dictator is stupidly doing. Let me play video games. What do you mean I can't download a new game on GOG? So anyway, apparently it's very important that the Russians can't play video games anymore because their dictator has gone mad. Okay. Well, the NVidia hackers, NVidia was hacked. Somebody stole all their source code, and they gave a very intriguing demand. They said, open source your GPU drivers or we're going to release all of your code. So basically open source or we're going to make it open source, I guess. So it kind of started out by saying, hey, unlock it so that we can use the entirety of the card. Because really what's going on is NVIDIA is kind of behaving like Tesla. You realize your Teslas have more range than you actually have, but they lock it out unless you pay Tesla an extra annual fee for the high range batteries. Well, NVIDIA apparently does the same thing. Their cards are capable of a whole lot more, but they lock you down unless you do certain things for them, whatever. I don't know. This is why I don't buy NVIDIA. So these hackers are saying, hey, we're going to release the whole source code if you do not open source your drives or at least unlock all the potential of your cards. So very interesting to see. And they did have until today to comply. So I didn't hear yet if anybody knows the updates to that. I did not go ahead and double check as to what they ended up finally doing. But that is definitely a weird ransom demand. It's like, hey, we're going to release all. No. We don't want your money. We just want you to open source your drivers. Okay. Was it Torvalds that did it? I don't know. And on to our final story in Sillyville. Yes, Windows Update goes green. They're trying to lower the carbon footprint emissions by Windows Update. How are they accomplishing this? Well, what's going to happen is apparently there are a couple of places which will tell you your individual region, how carbon intensive your data is being. So if you're in an area that maybe in the summertime you use solar panels or during the daytime and at night your town shifts to coal, what it's going to do is it's going to pull data from electricity map and watt time to determine, do you have more green energy or more not green energy powering your house right now? And based upon your location data, it's going to determine, oh, I'm not going to do updates yet because you're running on a coal plant. But in the morning when you're running on solar, then we're going to update your system. So we can update and use more power when you are running green energy rather than running not green energy. What in the hell are you talking about, Microsoft? I got news for you. You're not going to cause a significant change. This is absolutely, unequivocally a publicity stunt. Okay? Because the amount of power your Windows computer is going to use to download and install updates is not going to significantly change based upon that. How do I know this? Well, I live off-grid off of batteries, okay? And the moon is out right now, or at least the sun's not out. So I'm not actually connected to any power source in here other than my lithium batteries that are running my house. Okay? So in order to determine, can I actually run this computer with what I have, I plugged it into a watt meter. Okay, let's let the computer idle. Let's let the computer process a video. Guess what the wattage power difference is? Like 30 watt difference. Ooh, the end of the world. I saved 30 watts over the course of an hour. Yeah, this is a publicity stunt. This is just them going, look, our update system is green. Tell me about your dirty update system, Linux or Mac Ours is green. We're going to use your location data tied into an electricity map and determine are you running off of green energy or polluting energy, carbon emitting crap. And then we're not going to update your computer. Well, good. I'm going to hack the map and I'm going to make sure it always knows I'm running on black coal so Windows will never update. A bunch of nonsense, but this is the world we live in. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have a Patreon page, patreon.com/TOMM. You can check us out on over there. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.